Hey guys, I'm back again. Right now, today again, I'm going to discuss something different. What am I going to discuss? Well, the subject is freedom. Now, guys, if you want more subjects like this and you want to discuss anything, let me know. Put it in the comment section and let me know what you think of my subjects. So I'm going to jump straight onto it. Now, the first thing I want to say is, what is the concept of freedom? What is your concept of freedom? We all have different concepts of how we view what it means to be free or what freedom represents to us. Now, to me, what I see freedom as is to do what you would like to do, when you want to do, how you want to do, with no man or anybody telling you how to do what you want to do or whatever you're doing. That's my concept. And what freedom means to me, it means to me everything. Freedom means more to me than money. Freedom is life. Freedom is energy, air. It's everything and more. I often remember the one time in my life when I felt free as a child, and it was when I went to the country. I went to Wales, and an old lady took me in for a couple of weeks. Very nice lady, and she showed me, so much hospitality. It stuck with me to this day. We're talking about 20 years ago or more, and way more than 20 years. Let's say like nearly 30, right? Sorry, I don't want to get the dates wrong. And I just remember this old lady looking at me like, hey, I'm not looking at the color of your skin or, where you're from. I'm looking at you as a child that you are, and I'm trusting you in my house and showing you the same love that I would show, that she would show one of her grandchildren. And that lady touched me for life. I never ever forgot her. My one mistake was I never got to say goodbye to her. But she taught me something about freedom that I'll never forget. And what she taught me about freedom was, it was so simple. This is the picture, this is the scene. I was on a farm, and I just remember it wasn't a big farm, it was just a little farm. And I never envied anyone's life like how I saw they lived. Their life was so simple and basic. Most people would be like, oh, this guy, what's the fun in what I was doing? Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was the freedom to just get up. I never smelt no pollution because I've been in the city most of my life. Well, all of my life, let me say. And I just remember that country smell. And I remember the way how they ate, the way how they spoke to each other. It was a small village. Everybody was close to each other. There was nobody was stealing, nobody was robbing. I'm not saying there was no robbers and no thieves, because there always is. But it was simplicity, something that people don't want. They don't understand it. So I took that with me to my adulthood, and it's still there, because it was, many days just laying around doing nothing, but just not worrying about, hey, what am I gonna be dressing like today? What am I gonna be looking like today? And we didn't have to work or nothing, but they had a little barn, and I remember it was an open barn, I think, but closed off. And I'll never forget, we were out there playing one day, and it was a hot summer day. And I said to the guys who I was playing with on the hay, I said, man, this life is different. I said, I'm just laying here on hay with the straw in my mouth and just pretending, messing about. But that was one of the happiest moments of my life. And every time I look back at it, I always say, what was it? And it was the freedom. Something that a city rat like me never knew anything about. And once I found it, I always kept it inside of my heart because I know that is the ultimate goal and it's the only goal. And all these people who have met me and don't understand me and what I'm really all about, the one thing and the main thing about me and what I represent is freedom. I've always let other people be who they want to be. I never ever will tell anybody how to be, act, behave, talk, anything, because I've learned and I know that people are people and you must let people be themselves. That goes back to the same word again, freedom of oneself, being themselves. That makes them free. And this is the problem of today. A lot of people feel like they can't be free. They feel trapped. They feel isolated. They've got no one to talk to because they don't know what freedom is. Freedom is a bigger word than what I said. It's expression, imagination, how you tell what you want to say. You relate the story. So many things. So many things, I can't discuss them all in this segment, but I will make a part 2 because what I've begun to realize is keep it simple and then go back to it later. Part 1, part 2, part 3. And I just want to basically give a definition of the word freedom. And listen to this, guys. Freedom genuinely is having the ability to act or change without constraint. Something is free if it can change easily and is not constrained in its present state. A person has the freedom to do the things that will not in theory or practice be prevented by other forces. So right, if we look at today, how many of us or people are not free? But they think, oh, I've got a big house, I've got money, I've got a job, I've got security, I've got, financial freedom, so that must mean I'm free. No, you're not free. Sometimes take time and look out on the street or the animals, and you understand sometimes why some people don't want to, not everybody, but just some, they gave up everything and walked away from money, materialistic stuff, just because they wanted a peace of mind. I once heard a song called More Money, More Problems. Well, I got to find out what that song was all about because I asked myself, what does that mean? More money, more problems. Well, the more you take on, the less you enjoy life. But there's nothing wrong with taking things on, but you have to know when to take and when to leave and when to let go. And that's why I love that word freedom, because it just represents everything in everything I do. Everything I do is to lead to freedom. I could go into the deeper history of freedom, but I won't do that, not today. But many people know that we're still not free to this day. And I said to myself, if it takes me my whole lifetime, I'm going to find that feeling, because that's all I feel apart from family, God first, and my family, and all my loved ones and friends. Freedom is the ultimate goal. It really is the only goal. I used to grow up and I used to speak to a lot of people. They said they wanted to do this, they want to be that, they want this, they want that. And I used to think to myself, what do I really want out of all of this life? Or what I'm trying to get to, what I'm trying to be. And it was only one thing for me. And then I realized, Jay, they don't make them like you. There's not many people like you in this world, because all my life, I'm still to this day fighting for that same word, freedom. And I won't stop no matter what happens until I'm free, because I gotta be free. Because freedom is the ultimate. If you've never been free, you don't know what I'm talking about. And I don't even know what it really fully, 100% means to be free. And sometimes you look at the documentaries and you see people who, they look like they're unfortunate and they're suffering, but guess what? They're always happy because they're free. And guys, we must take time to know these things, because so many people are just, oh, I got to get here, I got to do this, I got to do that. You know why those people are not unhappy? Because they're not governed by other bodies. They're not governed by time and money. All these things that I just mentioned, governed by other bodies, time, money. These are the things that are what give people cancer, stress, all these illnesses today, bipolar, everything, you name it. Because a lot of these things are man-made. Men are making other men suffer, and the other men are going along with it. I can tell you this, just look at some job sectors out there. Most job sectors, they're all institutions, but everyone talks about, only prisoners or people in prison are institutionalized. But I've seen people who would do the regular 9 to 5, and you can't talk to these people. You know why? Again, they're not free. And we got to be free. Freedom is the only way to go. So I'm going to keep it short and I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you for listening. And please like, share, subscribe, and leave comments. And let me know what you think. If you like what the materials I'm putting in, let me know. If there's anything you want me to add in, let me know. Just feedback, guys. That's all I'm asking for. And if you can share this, I will appreciate it. Thank you.